slope of the line, B is the intercept. So the mathematics la vandu நம்ம slope y equal to mx plus b already we have learnt already. The same thing we are using it for the linear regression. It's a straight line which has a equation y is equal to mx plus b. The dependent x is independent variable, y is the dependent variable, m is slope, b is intercept. So in the straight line in the equation we are pointing the equation in which, see, if there is any change that we are indicating is y, because dependent, the value, this value is dependent on the previous value. Okay, this value is dependent on the previous value. Okay, so that's why y is independent and x is explanatory. So anything change in x, so anything which explains is a explanatory variable. Okay, and this is the intercept, the line which is changing x and changing y. Between the lines we say it is a y intercept, and the angle between this we are saying it is a m is equal to slope value. So linear regression ketanga is formula you need to remember. Okay, so you have some example problem, this you can go through. Weight of a person related to height. So which is dependent and which is independent? Weight and height. Okay, height as a uh, these both weight and height on the dependent and independent variable. So which is independent, dependent, you just analyze. And height and weight is given in the form of data. Height and weight is given in the form of data. We need to calculate the x mean, y mean, and all these things. Okay, xi into xi minus x mean, yi minus y mean, everything you need to calculate. And கடைசியா வந்து given data why we need to calculate all these things is for getting the calculate the slope value and intercept value. So the formula you have here, y equal to b plus mx. Okay, this b you can have b0 plus b1 into x. Okay, so b0 equal to b intercept of a formula, y equal to mx plus b and the b intercept of a formula. So if you want to calculate this, you need to know the answer for yi, xi. Okay, y inverse, x inverse or value namakku therinjirukkom. So m is a slope. So இது வந்து slope ஓட formula. So intercept ஓட formula, so slope ஓட formula you need to by quadrant. So automatically நாம என்ன பண்ணனும், if you want to calculate the linear regression, direct y equal to mx plus b, b0 b1 values வந்து நம்ம direct வந்து we are calculating through the formula. So 1 by n into summation of yi minus b1 summation of xi. In short, you can write this as y inverse nu kuda sollala, neenga negation nu sollala, inverse y inverse minus b1 x inverse. Adhe mari slope if you want to calculate, b I equal to b1 is equal to summation of this xi minus x bar or x inverse into yi minus y inverse divided by summation of xi minus x inverse whole squared. Already slope formula படிச்சிருப்போம், x1 minus x2 the x2 bar அப்படின்னு படிச்சிருப்போம். So அதே இது வந்து intercept formula, இது வந்து slope formula. So linear regression y is equal to mx plus c. m க்கு நம்ம இந்த formula வச்சு calculate பண்ணணும், and b க்கு இந்த formula வச்சு we have to calculate it. Okay, say y equal to b plus mx or mx plus b, both are same, b plus mx plus b. Calculate the y when x is equal to 170. The question நமக்கு இப்படி போட்டுக்கலாம், when x value is 170, calculate what will be the value of b. So you need to calculate. அப்போ எந்த value நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், you should know the value of b வந்து என்ன. அப்போ b என்ன அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கணும்னா you need to calculate b is b0 plus b1. Okay, So அப்போ B0 B1 எப்படி calculate பண்ணுவீங்க? That you have to calculate with this formula. இந்த formula வச்சு how will you apply? Formula வச்சு இந்த see height and weight கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. xi வந்து நமக்கு என்னன்னா mean. yi mean. அப்போ xi அப்படின்றது வந்து full this height ஓட mean. How will you calculate mean? How will you calculate the mean? Add the total divided by the number of items. Total by number of items. So you will get the mean value. Okay, that's xi, yi mean கண்டுபிடிப்பீங்க. So xi minus x mean. So xi value நமக்கு தெரியும். And minus what is the x mean. So then the value you have to write it here. And xi minus x mean the whole square. So இது வச்சு you have to calculate and you need to find out the see b plus m into x.
Ma'am,
Yes.
நான் மட்டும்தான் மேம் இருக்கேன்.
One second. Regression involves linear and non-linear. So what is the meaning linear? Linear. When I say linear, linear is a straight line. Okay, when you give the points 0 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be in a straight line. Anything if you say linear, that is a straight line. And when I say non-linear, it will be like your you have a zigzag, or you can see the sine waves, how the sine wave looks starting from 0 to 1, then again it falls to 0 like that. Okay, that is called a non-linear. Okay, so that is a meaning for linear and non-linear. Now in ML model, the linear regression is mainly used for prediction, predictive analysis. Linear model is the oldest model and it is very simple also. It comes under supervised machine learning algorithm. See, it is the independent variable and dependent variable. So just tell me which is independent and which is dependent. As I said, area of the house, price of the house. Which is independent, which is dependent? And next example, number of hours of study. Grade. Grade depends on number of hours of study. Correct, na? How much effort that you are putting will reflect in your grade. Which is independent and which is dependent? Grade is answer. Number of hours of study and the grade. What is that? Anyone can answer. What is the independent and dependent variable here? எது டிபெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கு? Sugar level, diabetic of patient diabetes. Patient diabetes இல்லையா? எது decide பண்ணும்? The sugar level will decide. So which is independent and which is dependent? Cholesterol range and the heart disease. Yeah, answer my question. Which is independent and which is dependent? No answer, Tailashri. Are you there? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியலையா?
Ma'am, in area of house வந்து price of the house வந்துட்டு dependent variable, ma'am. Number of houses.
Price வந்து dependent on what?
Like area of the house, ma'am.
So which is independent and which is dependent?
Area of the house is independent. Price of the house is dependent, ma'am.
How, ma'am? Price will go high or low. Okay, that is depends on area of house. So price is an independent variable and area of a house is a dependent, right? Am I am I
Yes,
am
ma'am.
I clear?
Okay, ma'am. I got it, ma'am.
So like that you have to categorize it, which is dependent and independent. Why? Because when you measure the regression value, you need to classify it whether which is dependent and which is independent. Okay. So the rainfall, you have to predict the rainfall. So which is the dependent variable, which is the independent? So the rainfall may differ from each state. So that you need to find out and you have to calculate. So as I said, there are two types: linear regression, okay, and non-linear regression. So linear regression, uh, we have only a single variable available in the linear regression. When you go for multiple variables, then we say it is a multiple regression. Okay, so a linear regression line has an equation of form. As I said, when you say linear, it is a